Here we're looking at the core principle of virtue ethics. Unlike other ethical frameworks that focus on strict rules or the consequences of actions, virtue ethics is all about cultivating good moral character and virtues. It's centered on the kind of person we strive to become, emphasizing qualities like honesty, courage, and compassion. You can think of it as building a balanced inner character that guides our decisions and behaviors naturally. Rather than just following external guidelines, this foundation helps us understand ethics as a personal journey toward becoming our best selves. Here we have an introduction to Aristotle's virtue ethics, which centers on the idea that virtues are not innate, but developed through consistent practice. Aristotle emphasized that these traits are shaped by habituation, meaning we become virtuous by repeatedly performing good actions. Importantly, this process isn't just about repetition, it's also guided by reason. Rational thought helps us determine the right course of action in different situations, ensuring that our habits align with moral excellence. The laurel wreath icon here symbolizes achievement and honor, underscoring the value of cultivating these virtues in our character. Aristotle's concept of eudaimonia centers on the idea of flourishing throughout one's entire life. It's more than just momentary happiness. It's an ongoing state of well-being that comes from living virtuously and fulfilling your human capacities. Think of it as achieving your fullest potential by consistently engaging in meaningful and ethical activities. The image here, with people leisurely enjoying a peaceful setting, reminds us that flourishing involves balance, reflection, and connection over time, not just short bursts of pleasure. The sun icon symbolizes this lasting, life-encompassing vitality and growth. Here we see Aristotle's concept of the golden mean illustrated as a continuum on this line graph. The horizontal axis represents the moral virtue spectrum stretching from deficiency to excess. On the vertical axis, we measure the value or quality of the virtue. The key idea is that virtue lies in the balance, the golden mean, positioned right in the middle between two extremes. Deficiency, or too little of a trait, scores low here, while excess, or too much, also ranks low. But when we find the right, moderate amount, at the golden mean, that's where virtue truly flourishes. This approach highlights how balance and moderation are central to Aristotle's ethical thinking. Here we have 4 key virtues central to Aristotle's ethics, each represented by an icon to help us remember them better. First is courage, symbolized by the shield, which involves facing fear appropriately and acting bravely with confidence. Next is temperance, shown with a droplet, highlighting the importance of self-control and moderation in all our desires. Then comes justice, represented by balanced scales, which is about ensuring fairness and giving each person what they rightfully deserve. Finally, practical wisdom, depicted by a light bulb, refers to making sound moral judgments based on our experience and reason. Together, these virtues guide us towards a well-balanced and ethical life. Here we focus on how virtues are developed through 2 essential processes, habituation and reason. First, habituation is about forming good character by consistently practicing positive actions. It's through repeated behavior, supported by moral education and mentoring, that we build strong, virtuous habits. On the other hand, reason and deliberation play a crucial role. Good character isn't just about acting habitually, but also involves thoughtful reflection and wise decision-making. By carefully considering our choices, we ensure our actions align with a deep moral understanding. You can see this balance highlighted visually, with the brain icon representing thoughtful reflection and the check mark symbolizing the consistency of habit. The image reminds us that learning and growth are continuous, emphasizing that developing virtue is an ongoing process. Here we explore the core aspects of Confucius's virtue ethics. First, relational ethics emphasizes that moral behavior is deeply rooted in our relationships with others. It's not just about individual virtue, but how we connect and respond to those around us. Next, the role of ritual, or li, is crucial. These practices guide proper conduct and help maintain social order, shaping how we interact respectfully within society. Finally, moral cultivation highlights the importance of continuous self-improvement, which fosters both personal virtue and harmony within the community. Together, these elements form the foundation of Confucian ethical thought, emphasizing a balance between individual character and social responsibilities. Here we focus on the core virtues central to Confucian philosophy. First, Ren represents benevolence, showing compassionate love and kindness that nurture empathy and care for others. Next is Yi, which stands for righteousness, emphasizing moral integrity and justice that guide our ethical choices and actions. Wei refers to ritual propriety, the respectful observance of social customs that maintain harmony and order within society. Then we have Ji, meaning wisdom, highlighting the importance of insight and sound judgment to discern right from wrong. Finally, Xin embodies trustworthiness, reflecting faithfulness and honesty that build strong, reliable relationships. Together, these virtues form the foundation for personal development and social harmony in Confucian thought. Let's explore how rituals play a crucial role in Confucian ethics. First, we have Li, which serves as propriety training. It provides clear guidance on proper behavior, helping individuals develop respect for others and understand their social roles more deeply. Moving on, repeated ritual practice more than just tradition. It actively shapes character by cultivating virtues and moral habits over time. Finally, these rituals contribute to social harmony, not just within families, but across the wider community. They create a sense of unity and cooperation, symbolized here by the handshake icon. The image of monks in prayer underscores the serene and spiritual dimension of these ritual practices, emphasizing their importance in maintaining balance and respect in society. This slide focuses on two central ideas in Confucianism: moral self-cultivation and the importance of role models, especially within family relationships. Starting with self-cultivation, this is all about personal effort, practicing reflection, and continuously working on improving one's character. It's like nurturing a seedling. With care and attention, it grows into something strong and virtuous. On the other side, role models and filiality emphasize how our character is shaped by the people around us, particularly mentors and family members. These relationships provide guidance and set examples that influence our moral development over time. Together, these concepts highlight how both individual effort and supportive relationships play key roles in building a good moral foundation in Confucian thought. When comparing Aristotle and Confucius on virtue ethics, we see two distinct but insightful approaches. Starting with Aristotle, his focus is primarily on individual flourishing. He highlights the importance of reason and habituation in developing virtues, aiming for eudaimonia, which is often translated as human flourishing or happiness. Aristotle is well known for his concept of the golden mean, where virtue lies between extremes, and practical wisdom, or phronesis, which guides moral decision-making in real-life situations. On the other hand, Confucius emphasizes relational harmony and the significance of ritual practice, known as Li. His approach centers on the importance of social roles and how fulfilling these roles contributes to moral development. Unlike Aristotle's individualistic focus, Confucius sees virtue as deeply embedded in the network of social relationships, where maintaining balance and respect within these relationships is key to ethical living. Both perspectives offer valuable insights. Aristotle stresses personal growth through reason and balance, while Confucius highlights the communal and ritual dimensions of virtue. Together, they provide a richer understanding of how virtue can be cultivated in both the individual and social context. Here we see the practical relevance of virtue ethics in today's world, particularly in education and leadership. Starting with education, character-focused curricula play a crucial role by encouraging students to develop virtues through intentional practices and meaningful reflection. This approach helps shape not just knowledgeable individuals, but also morally grounded ones. Moving over to leadership, virtue-based leadership centers on integrity, empathy, and responsibility. These values are essential for guiding organizations effectively and ethically, fostering trust and respect among teams. The image on the left illustrates a modern collaborative workplace, reflecting how these principles come alive in real professional settings. Together, these points highlight how virtue ethics is not just theoretical, but deeply applicable in shaping both individuals and institutions today. To wrap up, the core idea here is that virtues lie at the heart of moral life, emphasizing the importance of both character and ethical behavior. When we compare Aristotle and Confucius, we see two perspectives. Aristotle focuses on individual flourishing as a personal goal, while Confucius places a strong emphasis on social harmony and the quality of our relationships. Finally, to put these ideas into practice, mentorship, rituals or habits, and practical reflection are essential tools to help us cultivate our character in everyday life. These elements together provide a comprehensive approach to understanding and living a virtuous life.